The sex gender identification of individuals who come into contact with the police will be based on how they present and how they self-identify. As a lawyer for 20 years and Justice Secretary for almost 8, I've seen some legal absurdities, but this tops it all and is dangerous. It's physically impossible and is about dogma overriding common sense. I love how they always say this. They never say, what's physically impossible? Like, what? What? If it's physically impossible, then how are we doing it? Women prisoners are being armed by this and vital crime statistics rendered useless. How? Where? Danger to women? What danger? This is, TERFs always do this. We have concerns about women's safety. What concerns? We have concerns about women's safety. What concerns? What are you concerned about? We have concern. We know. What are the concerns? The ableism arc? Oh, we're continuing the ableism arc. War is peace. Freedom is slavery. Ignorance is strength. The penis individual who raped you is a woman. You know, I think it's really appreciated for people like this to reveal how absolutely insane they are by using this kind of language. You know what I mean? Like anybody who reads this and thinks the person typing it out has a sane grip on reality. Such performative, whiny nonsense. Also, yeah, what does it matter with, like, well, whose gender? If a person's raping you, that's bad. It's bad to rape people. That's my opinion, at least. I know that's a contentious... This is thetimes.co.uk. Should I know anything about this paper? Absurdity of police logging rapists as women. Is there any issue here? Police have been criticized for saying they'll record rapes by offenders with male genitalia as being committed by a woman if the attacker, quote, identifies as female. Police Scotland said they would log rapes being carried out by a woman if the accused person insists, even if they have not legally changed gender. Okay. Sounds fine. Start a free trial to read this? You think I'm gonna start a free trial to read this article? What's the issue? I mean, they're being charged with rape. That's happening either way. They're not saying that they're letting, you know, accused rapists go if they insist they're a woman. I don't understand. No Nothing TV is so reliably good on Twitter. No Nothing TV, you're such a warrior. You're such a warrior for truth, man. Soldier of God, that one is. It's quite a lot of comments. Oh, this is it? Just the one tweet? Are there responses? Nope, just the one tweet. The Times are like center-right, but pretty reliable factually. Well, sure. Well, that's probably an op-ed, right? This isn't like a published article from one of their journalists, I assume. Or is it? John Boothman, is this an op-ed or not? It's in the article section. John Boothman, the Times journalist. Oh, no, never mind. This person is apparently from Muckrack, a journalist and writer for the Times. Are they employed, or is this just they're a frequent, because they don't have their, it's not even been updated with their most recent article, which is the one we're reading right now, the one from that J.K. Rowling linked. Yeah, I can't really say. Okay, how about we just look at another article talking about the same issue? What if we tried that? We got the article from the Times. Okay, editors, just cut to this point. Just skip the past several minutes. Whatever, thank you. I appreciate that. Archive today. The move, reported by the Scottish Sun on Sunday, comes ahead of proposed new laws to make it easier for people to self-identify as whichever sex they want, which are opposed by some feminist groups. This is what I mean, see? TERFs do for transphobia what Candace Owens does for racism. By fronting feminists as the headline, concern. In reality, TERFs represent an infinitesimally small portion of people who are transphobic. The vast majority of them are not TERFs. Most transphobic people are just regular anti-feminist conservatives. TERFs are just the shield they get to throw out there. They're the feminist groups take issue with it, even though almost all mainstream feminist organizations are trans positive. in Scotland, you know, the UK, America, wherever else. The Scottish government wants to remove medical checks for those seeking a gender recognition certificate, okay, and shorten the time people have to live as their new gender before it's legally recognized. Cool. In correspondence seen by the newspaper Kenny McCaskill, the former Scottish Justice Secretary, asked Police Scotland how it would deal with recording rapes after the new laws took effect. Gary Ritchie, Assistant Chief Constable, God, these names. Oh my God, it's not fucking Bongerland. Constable. Oh yeah, it's oh, is that the Duke of Nottingham coming on over? All right. Set out scenarios where a rapist could be recorded as a woman. All right, let's learn about these scenarios. They included where a person born male obtains a full gender recognition certificate and then commits rape. Well, that makes sense. If they have a full gender recognition certificate, then in the eyes of the law, they're a woman. So, yeah. And where a person born male but who identifies as a female does not have a full gender recognition certificate, confirms rape. Commits rape. Okay, well, since a person who identifies as a female is a female, that also makes sense. Getting that? I suppose I'm not making much of an effort here to reach out to people who disagree with my assertion that gender is an identity thing, but honestly, they can lick my ass for this. I don't fucking... We've gone over these arguments 100 trillion, billion, gajillion times here, and I've never lost. Every time anyone even fucking breathes the counter arguments around me, they lose. So it's not even, it's like arguing with flat earthers. The Sexual Offences Scotland Act defines rape as non-consensual penetration with a penis, so it cannot be committed by somebody without male genitalia. Is this true in Scotland? Have they not updated? The Sexual Offences states rape occurs when a person intentionally or recklessly penetrates another vagina, anus, or mouth, or penis. Yeah, that's a really fucked law. I've heard that it's like that in the UK broadly, where, like, literally, yeah, no penis, no rape. Like, that's incredibly super fucked, and this has nothing to do with, like, transphobia. That's just, like, fucked. That's just, yeah, it's just bad. Absolutely rape a person if you don't have a penis. Anyway. McCaskill, who is the Alba Party MP for East Lothian, having defected from the SNP, said, as a lawyer for 20 years and a justice secretary... Oh, sorry. As a lawyer for 20 years and justice secretary for almost 8, I've seen some legal absurdities. But this tops it all and is dangerous. It's physically impossible. What? And is about dogma overriding common sense. I love how they always say this. They never say, what's physically impossible? Like, what? What? If it's physically impossible, then how are we doing it? They always say this. Trans people are physically impossible. Well, they exist, so clearly not. What's physically impossible? What isn't happening? What thing do we think is happening isn't happening? Where is reality fracturing, you know? Women prisoners are being armed by this and vital crime statistics rendered useless. How? Where? Evidence? How is this the case? What vital crime statistics are being rendered useless? Where? What? How? In what way? How? Where? Plans to reform the Gender Recognition Act were shelved by the SNP government last parliamentary term amid internal divisions and concerns about women's rights, but the SNP and Greens power-sharing deal in Holyrood commits them to completing the process by the middle of next year. The policy analysis group Murray Blackburn Mackenzie is campaigning for Police Scotland to be required to accurately record, love the impartiality, the sex of people charged with rape or attempted rape. Lisa Mackenzie, a member of the group, of Murray Blackburn Mackenzie, warned, for such offenses, it will only take a few misclassified cases to skew the statistics. In what way? Where? To what end? What is the consequence here? What are we talking about? Danger to women? What danger? TERFs always do this. We have concerns about women's safety. What concerns? We have concerns about women's safety. What concerns? What are you concerned about? We have concerns. We know. What are the concerns? Explain them to me so I can make fun of you and I can go home. Every time with it. Like, listen to this. It's physically impossible. I've seen legal absurdities, but this stops it all and is dangerous. Dogma overriding common sense. But there's never actually any fucking argument. That analysis group is literally just TERF advocacy. Let me see. Established in late 2018. Oh, what a storied, and it's literally 3 last names. Is this just 3 people? Sex and the Census. This is just a turf advocacy group, isn't it? With a website. You know, anyone can do this, right? You can get your 2 roommates together, combine your last names, create the, dick fuck shit bastard Hitler advocacy organization, pay someone, $50 to set up a decent looking website, and then congratulations, you get to be cited by fucking journalists now. Have fun. Academic publications. Oh, they have academic publications. Sex, gender identity, the erosion of academic norms. Wait, is this an academic article? This is an article, not an academic. These are tweets. Miss, ma'am, ma'am, this isn't an academic article. This is a regular article, or about a third of the length of the whole thing is tweets. These are not academic tweets. Where original paper. Okay, a critique to our original paper. Advanced online copy, losing sight of women's rights again. Here we go. We found it. Okay. And this is losing sight of women's rights again. And then it's written, of course, by the 3 people who have named themselves. And then if I Google that, the first thing that comes up is actually a response to this article, which is funny. But if you want to see the article itself, you can find it published on their website. This is euppublishing.com. What are their standards for publication? Self-publishing? Edinburgh University Press. Assuming this is self-publishing. Open access policy. We're happy to support open access and offer a range of options for our authors. All our open access articles are treated in the same way as any. They go through the journal standard peer review process and are accepted or rejected based on merit. Oh, they actually did go through a process. Okay, maybe I shouldn't be so quick to judge. Maybe this is actually high quality academic writing. What is this a study on? Article. Is it a study? Is this just an essay? I'm bored of this. Policy analyst group, misclassified cases, blah, blah. Detective Superintendent Phil Capaldi said, the sex-gender identification of individuals who come into contact with the police will be based on how they present and how they self-identify, which is consistent with the values of the organization. Police Scotland requires no evidence or certification as proof of biological sex or gender identity other than the person's self-identification, unless it's pertinent to any investigation which they are linked to. Well, that's actually a nice statement. Yes, I agree. Identity is what matters most here. Is there anything of worth here? No. All right, nicely done, team. We debunked transphobia yet again.